welcome to another live edition of the Tell Like It Is radio podcast. I'm your host, Ro Clark, and on this segment, I've just watched the Kyrie Irving interview on why he requested a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then Stephen A. asked him, did you say anything to LeBron? And Kyrie simply responded, why would I have to? Then he said, quote, you don't owe anything to another person when it comes to your life. So that right there, I just want to pause. And as I was reading or listening to his interview, I was taking down notes, looking at his body language and the way he answered the questions, which he barely answered. He dodged some of them, and a lot of his responses were head scratchers. But let's go back to the first quote. Why would I have to? Well, for one, Kyrie, after LeBron left and the Cavaliers chose you as the number one pick in the draft and decided to hand you the keys, in which it really didn't even work out because you guys still sucked. Then they looked towards the direction of Anthony Bennett. That didn't work out. So now it's like, hey, we're stuck with Kyrie again. Let's see how this plays out. You guys suck again. Then you guys go with Wiggins. And then LeBron decides to come back. So for one, LeBron coming back in his prime after 4 great years in Miami, after him doing what you couldn't do at his age, which was carry a team. And not only did he carry a Cavalier team to 60 plus wins with I think he had a Ben Wallace or a Shaq, Larry Hughes, Big Z, Eric Snow. He took them to the finals. So therefore, with that being said, I think you should have said something to LeBron, because as you owe that man you don't owe him an explanation, but it's a respect factor. As in, I came to this team, I came back to Cleveland, took you under my wing, let you close out of the games, let you take majority of the shots, let you have the ball in your hands more than I had it in mine. Got you a championship ring. You're a guaranteed trip to the NBA Finals every year. So now once you had a talk with Kobe, which that could have maybe helped change his mind. Probably had a talk with your dad that could have helped change your mind. Now you don't owe LeBron any explanation or feel as though you need to let him know that you're leaving. And I think that right there, that causes friction and conflict when it comes to off the court friendships, personal friendships. Same thing with KD and Russ. KD didn't say anything to Russ, but I'm not going to speak on that. Then he said, you don't owe anything to another person when it comes to your life, which I really don't agree. Now, if he's saying this, I just don't agree with this comment, because first of all, you're born into this world inside of your mother's womb. She's carrying you for 9 months. So unless your mother eat, you don't eat. Unless your mother drinks, you don't drink. Your mom has to feed you. Then when you're born, you're going to stages of your youth. Pre-K, kindergarten, whatever, playing with blocks, whatever. But at the same time, while this is going on, your parents, your guardian, is taking care of you, changing your diapers, feeding you, buying you clothes, making sure you go to school, trying to keep you on the right path. Then you transition into teenage. You grow some hair in your balls, grow some hair in your chest, your voice start to change, start to explore a little bit, experience a little bit, get to know yourself a little better. Start to make some decisions for yourself. Start to make a lot of mistakes. And hopefully the mistakes you make you learn from. But at the same time while that is going on, you're still being taught by your parents. You probably had your dad there teaching you how to dribble a basketball. Maybe your dad played basketball. He inspired you. You watch some of his clips. Be the way you're being taught. So therefore, with that process of life, you owe everything to your parents. They created life for you. Then you come to the NBA. You sucked. I ain't gonna say you sucked. You failed when it came to you carrying a team, you having the keys to the franchise, you having the key to the city, you being a man. And I don't care if he was 19, 20, 21, 22. 20, it doesn't matter. LeBron did this. Other players have done this. Iverson done this. Kobe, Jordan have done this. A lot of players done this. So I'm saying that like just to say that it can't be done because it's been done before. Shaq done it. So LeBron comes back. Cleveland is relevant again. You guys are winning. Been to the finals 3 straight years. You lost one, won one, you lost again. And in the 3 years that LeBron was there, you improved as a person on and off the court. Your numbers improved, and you became a better player. So then, after you guys, let me make sure I'm reading this right. So during the season, you knew you wanted out. Then during the Eastern Conference Finals and the Finals, it was a whole different story. And during the season, after you won your championship, you feel like you wanted out. You decided not to say anything because you feel as though it was going to start some commotion. True. But why, after winning a championship ring, did you feel like you wanted to leave? And then on top of that, a thing which I don't understand, if you knew LeBron was leaving, you still had 2 years and an option left on your contract. Why not wait until LeBron leaves, see which direction the team is going in, and then decide to make a move from there? Or then just decide, you know what, I got 1 year left, let me sit here and show other teams and other GMs what I can do. And then I would decline my option and look elsewhere. Then on top of that, you should be grateful that they traded you in the Eastern. Not even that. They traded you to a contender. So now, this should tell you something. Not only did they trade you to a contender, but they traded you to the best team that was in the East last year, standing-wise. And on top of that, you lucked up by being traded to Boston. So that should tell you that they don't really see you as a threat. And now it's like the pressure's on you for real, because it's like, okay, you feel like you're the man or you want to be the man. Let's trade you to a good team. Let's put you in a good situation, and let's see what you could do. You had a trip to the finals every year. And to be honest, I knew of Kyrie, but I never decided to watch him in high school, watching the 1 or 2 games he played at Duke. Didn't watch him his rookie year, the first 3 to 4 years he came into the league. Even though I had buddies who were fans of this guy and telling me about him, I didn't care enough to watch him. I didn't start paying attention to this dude until LeBron came. And that 1 year after watching him, when they lost in the final, I'm like, damn, this dude can ball. Then the year they won the finals, I'm like, damn, this dude can ball. And I actually started to like this dude. Still do. But now I just look at him differently because the way he just went about this. It's all about respect. And it's about how just how nonchalant you was during your interviews, and you're not answering the questions. And then, and I'm not even gonna touch on that, but you don't owe anything to another person when it comes to your life. You really do, bro. You really do. Especially those who took care of you, those who helped build you into the person and character that you are today. They're the people who you respect and pay homage to, because you got to learn the game from somebody. You got to learn life from somebody instead of just going and doing your own experiences. And that's the only take that I'm going to put on this. So now you got 28 days left until you face LeBron, and I'm looking forward to that game one. I'm really looking forward to that game one, and I hope for his sake that Kyrie shows up, because if not, best believe my segment on October 18th, 2017, I'm going to have a lot to say about Kyrie. Whether it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to like, share, and comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please check out www.rockoutsd.com. Please check out www.bakerhoops.com. Be blessed.